Alright everybody, I'm doing something a little different, I wanted to come out in the daylight, sun is shining, birds are chirping, cars are passing. But I wanted to give y'all my quick prediction for the movie Extraction before me and my wife actually sit down and watch it. So here's my prediction. Based on watching the trailer 2 times, here's what I'm thinking. Chris Hemsworth is going to be a likable scumbag. He's going to be a soldier in the beginning, but lose his family some type of way. And then he's going to become a mercenary. We're going to see him do some bad things in the beginning. And then he's going to meet the kid who is the primary MacGuffin throughout the film. He's going to become emotionally attached. And then he's going to risk his life to save the kid, even after his handlers tell him, hey, give up the kid and you'll get your money. I also think he's probably going to die. 50-50 chance on his death. So that's my prediction. I'll come back out here this evening and tell you, where I landed on my prediction. So here we are, obviously nighttime, and I was like 95% right. But anyway, let me get in the house so the mosquitoes eat me. So we're back in studio, and 2 conversations need to be had. 1 about the trailer, 2 about the movie. So with the trailer, I wouldn't call it a bad trailer per se, but I would say that the whole movie is pretty much translated in the trailer. Not saying that was a bad thing, because on the movie side of things, I thought the movie was very, very good, very, very entertaining. But on the trailer side, when I looked at that trailer, I could instantly see, man, I know all the beats that this movie is gonna hit. Now, I was wrong a little bit in a few places, but for the most part, the movie went just as the trailer presented it to you. Now, onto the movie discussion. I thought the movie was great. Very, very entertaining, action-packed, pretty much from start to finish. The only knock that I would have on the film is that it was a bit gruesome. It did kind of feel like a foreign film to an extent, because of the heavy Indian dialogue, but again, I watch a lot of foreign films, so that don't bother me too much. The thing that I would say was a negative more than the foreign feel that it had was the violence that was in it. Not necessarily saying that the violence was bad, because I watched this along with my wife, and she's relatively sensitive to excruciating, like extra gory stuff. I myself kind of sensitive to gory stuff. And there was only one thing I kind of like covered my eyes, like, oh, I hope they don't show it. And they showed it, but it was, I have a thing about eye trauma, so I don't like to see it. Chris Hemsworth was great in this. All the cast outside of Chris Hemsworth played very good roles. I did like to see David Harbour in there playing a sleazeball, which it seems like he does very well. I did like to see the young Indian actor. I didn't look up his name, but Ovi, the character of Ovi, I enjoyed him very much. He was very thought-provoking, very well spoken, like a well-educated young man, and delivered his lines with conviction. I liked the character of Ovi. He brought weight and changed his character from just being a MacGuffin, or this kid that we have to save, to, oh, this is like an actual person who has thoughts and like interesting dialogue, like meaningful stuff to say. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. And they did the Marvel thing. I have to reference the Marvel thing with the fake death. Like, they showed in the beginning, like, oh, it looked like he could die. And in my predictions, I thought 50-50 chance he could die. And then in the last frame, it's like, oh, is that him? I tend to believe that wasn't him at all. I think it was an imagination, but it doesn't hinder the film at all. I think the movie was very good. I enjoyed it. I would give it like a 9 out of 10. Not, not earth-shattering. Things that we have seen before as a movie audience, but it was fun. It was entertaining to watch from start to finish. It was action-packed. The fight choreography was great. The stunt work was great. The plot wasn't even like unnecessarily convoluted. So I gotta give it higher marks. I gotta say, 9 out of 10 for this one. From the Christian worldview perspective, if you are sensitive to violence, maybe not for you. If you're sensitive to cursing, maybe not for you. But outside of that, if you want to see a good action film, you have one on your hands with Extraction. So if you've made it to this point in the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, or shoot an email to whattowatch337, and come back this Tuesday, because this Tuesday, it's gonna be, I think, April 28th. I'm gonna start my show called Top 3, where I count down the top 3 of any different category at any given time. And I got some interesting topics that I'm gonna tackle. So come back, check out those videos and much more at Whole Views. Enjoy yourself and guard your heart.